to create a rectangular pedestal out of a porcelain tile to form a durable and elegant stand, ideal for displaying decorative items.
Okay, we've got several tiles here. We're using these flat marble flecks. They sort of like got these lines going across. So these measure like 60 by 60 centimeters. They're 60 centimeters square. So we choose one of these and then we're going to chop it up 20, 20, use another one for 4 pieces. So we've got the grain coming this way, so we're going to cut it like that, cut it like that. So when we put the pieces together, the marble's going to follow the pedestal round. So just like it on the tile cutter. Get it on the tile cutter, so you know, you don't need a tile cutter and all that. So I'm going to measure 20. So all the pieces are going to be 20 wide, so that's, you know, that is sort of like, that's going to be about 20 there. That looks about 20 there. And you know, sometimes they don't square up properly, so try and get it from the other side as well to the line. Bit difficult to see that really, but you know, it should be about right. So because they're porcelain tiles, you need to grind them a lot more so they don't snap like these. Gotta give them a bit more. There's one piece there. So got the grain coming across there. So just make sure that's 20. It's pretty much spot on that one, but down this side, it's sort of a little bit up there. It's close to 20 though. So that's one piece. So that'll be the one side. Should be one. Get the next 20. It looks about sort of right there, about 20 there. It's a bit difficult to get them square sometimes this size. And they can slip out. It's sort of close there, you know. So, as I said, because they're porcelain, you have to give them a bit more of a scorch to get them to crack right. So I measure this one, make sure this one's all good. That's spot on there, 20. It's spot on that one. So you can see the way they're cut now for the grain to follow around. Because they're 60-60, each is measured at 20. So that's the 3 pieces. Okay, so we're going to use another piece, so we're going to choose another piece that is sort of maybe blending, you know. Okay, I found this piece. Yeah, I thought I could go for this side with the bits in there. So I'm going to cut it this way. So like 20 on that. Try and get them close to 20. The closer you can get them, the better. So that, you know, the porcelain it takes a bit more scorch on the porcelain to snap. That's a good piece. So I've measured this, make sure. Pretty good, 20. They're spot on that 20. So that's for the 4 sides. So I've got those 3 pieces over here, 1, 2, 3, and that'll be the 4 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be a top and bottom piece. So for the top and bottom pieces, you know, just cut this into 20s again. So it's got to be another 20 cut. So there we go. That's all the 20 there. It's good. Try and make sure it's okay over this side as well as possible. It's sort of right, maybe. Okay, so these 2 pieces are cut from the top and bottom, so you know, just make sure that looks good 20-20. So I'm going to have the top piece and bottom piece. So you know, both of these pieces pieces look good, but looking at that and the way that is, I'll go with that as a top and bottom piece. So 20 this way, so that'll be 20 square for the top, you know. So measure the top piece of 20. That looks good, 20. So that'll be the top piece for it. And another 20 for the bottom piece. Let's make sure it's nice for 20 still. About 19, 21. You don't really want them too far out, because it close everything out, so you want them at 20. Make a nice top piece or bottom piece. That's about 19. That's about 26. A nice top and bottom piece there. That would have made a nice top piece of God. Let's chose this one. That one, so I'm going to go with, you know what? I think I'm happy to go with the idea that's going that way with that. So I'll probably go through that as a top piece and that as a bottom piece to see how they fit. Okay, so we've got the pieces set up now. This was off another tile, so that matches with the marble effects going through. This is as close as I could get from another tile, so I'm going to blend that between those two. So that's going to be a top or a bottom, or that's going to be a top or bottom. So we've got top, bottom, and the four sides. We've got measurements of 20 by 60, 20 by 60, 20 by 60, 20 by 60, and the 20 centimetres square. Okay, what we need to do next is we need to chamfer all the edges of the inside of these tiles to a 45 degree, so they all slot on top of each other and connect to each other around the edges in a nice neat chamfered way. So to do this, we just put this down here. You're going to need like a 45 degree tool. This is like a diamond cutting bit. Ordinary grinder. I bought one of these extension things, so it just makes it easy to glide along the tile to cut it at 45 degrees. So if you can see that, it's tile across the tile. Quite noisy things these. So I've got some free earplugs. I've got some free earplugs there to put in your ears. I need some gloves, it gets a bit dusty. You can need like something to put over your head and one of these sort of face masks. Protect your eyes and from the dust that's all kicked up by the machine. If you've got like a bit long hair like I got, you need to tie it back round in there, or you have certain things in the machine and tap the machine up and not on there to get all your hair ripped up at the same time. So if you've got like a bit of an airband and all this kit, you best put all that stuff on, or you're going to go fix the tiles and just go shit in your hide. You're going to breathe a lot of shit. The noise you will go deaf from the noise. You get your ears about plugged up with wax and it'll be really uncomfortable for you. Wear one of these pull-over masks over your head too. Cover your whole lot, wear some gloves and just get the kit on. And we'll show you shampooing all the edges now. Okay, let's grab a tile to start with. We'll start with the long one, so we've got a Black & Decker workmate here, and we're going to sort of drop that on there. These are like these clamps, to get these sort of clamps, these grips, find them anywhere. You sort of clamp them down, so it just sort of holds it in place ready for the grind tool. And that's the tile. I'm ready to get the chamfers, and we're going to need to do every edge. There's quite a lot of cutting on the grind we have to do. It takes a while. It's a bit boring and tedious to go through all that. So we'll cut the edges now. Okay. Once you've got the to keep on the protection in it for the dust and everything else. We'll start up the machine. We'll just race it through. It's like porcelain, so it is quite tough on the diamond bit.
So we got all the pieces cut, and they're all the pieces down there on the floor, so they've all got the chamfered bits down there. We've got like these 90-degree angle bits here, you put a piece in there, put a piece in there, tighten them up and open up. So you can see what I'm going to do on this, I'm going to put 2 pieces in that, and I'll start putting it together now with a couple of pieces. So I'm going to keep the routine of it together. So I'll keep this piece, take this piece and this piece, so I know they come together like, So we've got all the chamfers, so the chamfers can, they fit together like so, once you've got the chamfers, then you can tighten them together, and we're keeping the marble effects coming down with the tiles cut like they were, so we're going to keep the marble effect all matching around the corners. So we start with just putting I do it this way so we can see what we're doing over here, It's a bit difficult for me to do it this way, but I do it this way for the aesthetics of it, the picture of it, just block these in right there. So just try to get them there, and then use the keys how to get there we go, that's one right. Certainly there, put it inside there. So there's the other. So get one on the top piece here. Once we got that on the top piece, so you can see the lines matching up quite neatly there. So tighten them up on the top as well. That'll be a new curve. Okay, yeah, so, you know, give the ideal line. So once we've got the clamps on, you can see the gap between that. And we'll come over here, and you can see that one's quite close, that one. So that's a decent snap-in joint, that's a good one there. Coming over here, you can see that's a decent snap-in joint there too. And we're coming back to this one. So we'll have a look at the struggling to do that. I say, you know, I'm going to move it around here so it's easy for me to do this from my side. Because I'm working this way, it's difficult for me to do that on the camera, and also I'm working from this side. You know, if we just need to push it that way, just to push it that way. But it looks to me like I'd be better off like loosening this one off here. Loosen the top on the side, then pushing it. So I can push that, keep it closed. So while I get that closed, tighten it there, that's good. Nice and tight. And back. Okay. So I'll give you a look at how I've snapped that too now for what it was just a minute ago. Okay, so it's a lot more close now that. So it's all snapped too beautiful. So
Google. That is absolutely perfect, that one. To do with the cut, you see, if the grinder cuts the angle more precisely, the better they snap together. They're a little bit rough, as you can see that, a little bit rough, but leave that sort of area. And that's the piece that you can see. You can see all the height's good. Okay, so the bottom's good and the top's good. So that's set up now. That's all set up, ready to put the glue on. So we put, it's set up now, ready to put the glue on. So we'll show you the glue that we're using now. Okay, yeah, this is the glue. We're using the Gorilla Glue. This is the original Gorilla Glue. It's like for the toughest jobs on the planet Earth and all that, And you got a picture of a gorilla there as well. And it's saying incredibly strong, 100% tough. It's like a PU glue that reacts to, you have to sort of damp things to activate the glue. So it sort of activates with water. So if we're messing with the glue, you're going to need some of these rubber gloves. Get yourself a box of these rubber gloves and just throw them away once you go through the glue. So that's all we're going to need for the glue. So that's the glue and the rubber gloves. That's just put these over here. And what we'll be doing next is we'll be gluing it together now. Okay, so we're going to show you now the tedious method that we use to put these together with the glue. So make sure you get your gloves on. You can probably tell by the tone of my good effort into the ordeal of this all the time. My heart is not truly involved with all of this sort of stuff, really, So one has to try when one doesn't really have anything else to do. So, as I said, this glue is activated by water, so sort of get some water in it, a little bit of water there. Let's put some water through it. Sort of soak a little bit of water in it there. Sort of that way, this way. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to glue this together in a difficult situation as it was. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the clamps to sort of guide me in and out. So I'm going to loosen this clamp here at the bottom, because that's the piece of red tape there. So I'll loosen this clamp at the bottom and both sides. Got the clamps loose, so I want to pull this out. So these two pieces have got to be loose here. So I'll do these two top pieces here. Make sure that's still tight and that's still tight. Make sure that's still tight and that's still tight. So I'll push it over this way a little bit, over that way. So now you can see that I've pulled that out like that. See how I pulled that out like that. So it's going to be easy for me to put it back in with the clamps. So that's why I measured it all up. To get it all measured up, you know that it's all still in place ready to put back. So you've got the water down there, the water there. So quickly get your glue, and you know how it is with glue. Don't try and work fast with the glue. You get the glue there. I'm sure you can get the idea that I'm just putting the glue down the edge here. Okay, so I'm just putting the glue down the edge. I'll do it from this side on this one. The glue down the side there. Then you can try and put it back in the way that it came out with the clamps, trying to guide it into its place. You can see I put the clamps guided into its place there. So we'll try and tight again now. We'll try and put that tight there again, and we'll try and put that tight there again. retighten this bottom one. And we just have to undo that bit to come out. You probably, you know, as you can see, the difficulty and doing these and putting them back in so that they fit back in place nice to each other. So, you know, with the glue, it's all glue, you see, messing with the glue can be difficult. So we had that piece undone there. So I know that piece was undone there because I took it out. So because I know that piece was undone there, you see what I'm saying? So you got with the glue and all that. With the glue, you sort of like need to keep the pieces as close as you can. That's gone well this side, that's good, that's well that side, so that's good. So I can tighten that back up. I know that was like that. Tighten that back up. Make sure these are too tight, it's a good tight piece. It's all tight back there. And that's it basically. We got that glue in that section, that's a good glue section. And you know, I think you might get the idea of what I'm doing inside, but on the inside of this corner, as you can see at this point, I think you can see the glue inside there. There we've got the glue inside there, you know, just put a bit more glue on the inside. And you see what I'm putting on the top one down there. Okay, I hope I wasn't chopped off by the recording there. The camera just went off and you can see my struggle here with this corner. Actually, I think I might have been a bit too fussy with the corners. It's sort of rather perfect really, but yeah, so at this point, it's all glued the way we've done it, apart from these two corners on the inside here, so yeah. And let's run some glue down on the inside from this point. The idea is to run the glue all on the inside. And just to make sure the glue goes all the way in. No harm in putting a little bit more glue down the corners here. Just have to wait a few hours now before we come back and look at putting the top on and look at putting the bottom on, so that's that so far. Okay, it's been about an hour, going on 2 hours. I mean, you should leave this stuff to set a little bit more, but you can see how it's all expanded and filled up the gaps and eaten into the porcelain to sort of give it that bonding. So at this point, let's say I'm hurrying it because of doing the video. Ordinarily I would have left it a few hours longer to properly set up, but it's all properly good on the inside. If you want to quickly look on the inside there, you see it's all properly good on the inside and bonded the inside bit there. Okay,
So at this point, you know, I mean, it's sort of still a bit spongy, you know, it's not properly gone up, and, you know, I'm a little bit hurrying this. I shouldn't have really be doing it. As I want to do the video, get rid of it, the video. So I'm going to do these now, take these off. You know, as it is, all the lords and the estates and everything, you know, lamps coming off the top here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the top of the piece on. It's either going to be the top or the bottom. It could be the top or the bottom really. Turn it that way or turn it that way. So it's going to have the top and bottom on it. So there's a little bit of a foam around the edges, you know. Trim it all off, but just to get the corner bits, make sure all the corner bits are further off on the inside there. Okay, so there's the foam bits. So I just go over and grab a top or a bottom. So these are the bits that we chopped earlier, with the top and bottom. So when I got that pattern there, let's see how they fit in. So I'm quite pleased with that. It's a very nice snug fit, and you can see how you want to look at how they slot straight in there on the chamfers. So you can see the perfect square that we cut earlier on. It's all fitted really nicely, so ready for the glue. So we can put some more glue on that and snap it in. I thought these sort of marble effects to matching on that, so I'll probably put it on that way. You know, you can try it on different ways, you know, but you know, it might go on better that way. But you see it's a little bit off that way. So, you know, it's more of a snug fit that way. So I'll try it this way. It's nice and perfect. Oh, that is delicious. Oh, that is a proper fit. I mean, that matches absolutely beautiful there from this side. Of course, you know, the way it goes right there. I'm going to just check that out. It's not so good from that side, but if you look at the way the marble comes round here, comes round the edge, and carries on across the top, sort of matches with the little lines across here as well, so, you know, it's slightly good there, so I think I'll try and put that piece with that particular piece there, so I guess it's really great there. Okay, I mean it's been about an hour. I mean I haven't left this tightly anymore, you know, this is really still soft, but the sponge is expanded enough, so I'll take this brick off. Let's drop that there for now. And I'm going to turn it over and the weight of it being upside down, I mean it's still all sort of soaking there, so and to crack it off the glue and everything down here as well. There we go. And turn it straight upside down.
Okay, so I'm in a hurry to get this video out of the way, so you take these angle clips off now. The gluing's out of the way. What we've got to do now is just wait for it to set completely. This is like a pretty much a 24-hour thing now, so I dropped the stone on there to keep it from popping up with the expansion of the glue. There we go. And okay, yeah, you know, with this being left now for 24 hours and this sort of sponge, the glue, the gorilla has all sort of gone sort of set really, but so we're going to tidy this up now. So what we're going to use to tidy it up, we're going to use some white spirit, Stanley blade and a sort of scraper sort of thing. So we put this white spirit over here just for now, and using a Stanley knife, we just try and peel it across this way. What you can't do is cut it all off the edges. You can see what I'm trying to do, hopefully. Okay, on all the sides. Bits. We can look at using the white spirit, so if you get white spirit, splash the white spirit over sort of like just a bit of white spirit there. Sort of over the top of that, sort of like more white spirit, sort of like white spirit there. Once you got the white spirit on, you can see that the enthusiasm towards all this is really sort of enthusiastic towards all this. You can see how keen I am about it. Get yourself a decent scraper, one where the blade doesn't keep on being difficult, so you sort of use it to come across and just finish taking off the last little bits of glue using the scraper. Just come across and take the last little bits. You see what I'm doing, you know, it's just once you've got the white spirit on, you can feel as you're coming across the bits that are still there. I just want to take these little bits off. here we have one use for the idea of pedestal. It sort of presents the rubber plant in a supreme, elegant way. An excellent picture of quality and brutality, as it were. A sophisticated